Well, welcome aboard Air Wagner. Got the Air Wagner and the Mrs. Air Wagner on board. And we are going to Van Nuys, California from Auburn. It's the day before Thanksgiving. And
Auburn traffic, this is 680 Golf, turning final 25.
There's three lined up here. There's two in the pattern. And so we're going to do the run-up. And I won't put that on the checklist, won't put that on the video, and then we're going to pick up our IFR to Van Nuys. So stay tuned.
Auburn traffic, helicopter 1530 Hotel, turning left crosswind, runway 25, Auburn.
Auburn traffic, Director 8321 Mike, taking runway 25, departing to the north, Auburn.
And Auburn traffic, Bonanza 400, line up and wait on 254, straight out departure, Auburn.
All right, we are done with the checklist. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, a little loud there. Bonanza in front of us. Kind of got on a little premature, but we're going to see.
Block.
Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, taking 25. We're going to do a left crosswind departure, departing the area to the east, Auburn. All right, time check, transponder check. Bonanza, what's your direction of flight?
And the Bonanza will be doing southwest.
Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 51, correction, 6 Whiskey Mike's on the roll, 25, left downwind departure, Auburn.
Auburn traffic, helicopter 1530 Hotel, departing on the downwind, 1200, Auburn.
All right, airspeed live.
Auburn traffic, Grumman 4557 Victor, line up and wait for departure traffic. Be left turn out to the south.
Auburn, that's 2100, Auburn.
Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, left crosswind, going to keep it in tight and go to the downwind depart the area to the east, Auburn.
Auburn traffic, 58 November, inbound on the RNAV 07. We'll be breaking off to join left downwind 25, Auburn.
All right, there's our 1000 AGL. We're going to bring the power back.
Auburn traffic, Grumman 57 Victor, left crosswind, departure to the south, Auburn. Auburn traffic, 60 Golf, turning final 25, Auburn.
All right, let's get the nose pointing towards Van Nuys and call departure. NorCal, good afternoon, Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike.
Delta 356, contact departure 123.7, good day.
1237 Delta 36.
And ending in Whiskey Mike, North California, try it again.
Yeah, Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike off Auburn for Van Nuys, IFR in the system, ready to copy clearance. He's punching up our numbers.
And November 6 Whiskey Mike, there appears to be nothing stored for you. Well, I'll put you in VFR for now. What's the destination?
Van Nuys, Victor November Yankee.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, right here, twin Cessna, you say?
Yeah, it's a Golden Eagle 421 Golf. I filed for 210 direct.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, Roger. Maintain VFR. I'm not going to have time to take care of that for you. You're going to have to deal with that down the road. Squawk 3241, maintain VFR.
3241 and remain VFR, 6 Whiskey Mike.
Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, radar contact, 8 miles southeast of Auburn, Sacramento National altimeter 3016, the altitude leaving now.
3016, 6 Whiskey Mike, leaving 5,500.
Number 6 Whiskey Mike, Roger. I'll let the next sector know that you're looking for an IFR. They'll keep looking for you, or they might be able to file something for you.
6 Whiskey Mike, Roger.
Number 6 Whiskey Mike, you going to continue climbing? 6
Whiskey Mike, yes, sir.
Number 6 Whiskey Mike, Roger. Climbing your discretion, and contact approach on 123.7.
23.7, 6 Whiskey Mike, thanks. NorCal, good afternoon, Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, checking on, leaving 6,000 on a climb.
Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, North Approach, stack 17 3016.
3016, 6 Whiskey Mike. All right, so in the meantime, we're going to climb.
6 Whiskey Mike, we weren't able to file or find the IFR for you. Did you file again, or how do you want to do this?
I tried to file, but I got no internet up here, and I did check. It looked like it was supposed to go through at 12:30 today. It was Auburn to Van Nuys direct and flight level 210.
6 Mike, Roger, I'll try one more time. 6 Mike, traffic 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, 2 miles northeast, phone indicates 8,700.
6 Whiskey Mike has the northbound traffic in sight. Looks like a helicopter. Will maintain visual separation.
6 Whiskey Mike, guys.
Approach Agamejet 885.
All right, so we turn the fuel pumps off one at a time. We're
885 NorCal, approach back 100.
in the climb here, indicating 110 in the climb. We're a little over blue line here. Even 8,500, so I'll get up to altitude. We'll let...
Mike, level 210, we going for a final, and what was your cruising speed?
190 for 6 Whiskey Mike.
6 Whiskey Mike, roger.
All right, so he's punching it in for us.
6 Whiskey Mike, flank off.
Flank off for 6 Whiskey Mike. So he's punching it in, asking the questions as he's doing it. I appreciate that. It's a busy travel day today, the day before Thanksgiving. There's 9,000, we're coming through. Better reset the autopilot. She's not cooperating today. Sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't. If I can get the nav to work. Now let's see the nav, let's see if I can recenter it. It's been working the last few flights. Let's see how it settles in.
Get a headwind? No, we get a tailwind?
Yeah, I'm supposed to get a tailwind. All right, autopilot. This is the first time in the last 4 flights it's not cooperated, so we're just going to use it.
6 Whiskey Mike, clearance.
6 Whiskey Mike, go ahead.
6 Whiskey Mike, you cleared from the present position, direct Van Nuys. I maintain flight level 190. Expect flight level 210 within 5 minutes. Squawk 3333.
Okay, 6 Whiskey Mike clear to Van Nuys direct, 190 on the altitude. Expect 210 flight level in 5 minutes. 3333 on the squawk. 6 Whiskey Mike.
6 Whiskey Mike, read back correct, fly heading 110.
110 now, 6 Whiskey Mike.
6 Whiskey Mike, that was I just put that flight plan in for you. You're not going to have any emergency or stuff like that on your flight plan.
You know, that's not the plan today, but, you know, the day's young. You never know.
6 Whiskey Mike, roger.
They like that. Okay, that was good, guys. I gave you credit for that one. That was pretty good.
6 Whiskey Mike, contact Oakland Center, 119.75. They'll have on course for you.
1975, 6 Whiskey Mike. Thanks for your help, and talk to you next time.
Yeah.
Departure, good afternoon. Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike checking on, leaving 11,600 for 190.
Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, open center climb, maintain flight level 210.
210, and we were given a 110 heading.
Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, leaving 15,000, clear direct Van Nuys.
Okay, after 15,000 direct Van Nuys, 6 Whiskey Mike. All right, we got our 21,000.
Oakland Southwest 3485.
And after 15,000, we can turn for the airport.
3485,
which is, if you look here on the left camera here, airport's this way. We're on a vector this way. Well, let's see here. I don't know if you can see straight ahead. There's some nice snow we got in the mountains here. So we're just in a boring climb. We're over Jackson Airport, Amador County.
A little bit of heat.
A little bit of heat she asked for.
Freezing.
We got heat. So here we are leaving one lucky 13,000. There's 14,000. So while we're at higher altitude, I like to leave the fuel pumps on just to settle in the fuel flow. This plane, we haven't taken it up to altitude yet, so this will be a good test for it. The squelch, you can hear it. I'm still fighting the squelch. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's you have to speak from the diaphragm. And our EGTs are terrific. And we're about to turn on course. We'll see how the autopilot does it this time. I'll give it another chance. All right, let's see how the nav portion on the autopilot works. See if it intercepts.
Flight level 290, Tango November 88.
Pretty crisp turn. And 6 Whiskey Mike, we're direct for Van Nuys now. We're given after 15,000 direct.
Great.
So like I said before I turn the cameras off, it's a good test for the turbocharging system to get it up to altitude. All right, we're going to continue to climb. I'm going to turn the cameras off, and if we get something interesting up ahead, we'll turn it back on. All right, we have leveled off at 210. We're getting really good speed. A lot of glare on this camera because the sun is right here. I'm trying to block it, but I'm getting a lot of glare here. So I'm going to try to cover it up. So we're sitting in cruise 210, 299.2 on the altimeter. It's what we do after the flight levels. And we are getting quite a tailwind. We're showing 235 knots across the ground. We're showing 55 minutes into Van Nuys. We've been in the air for 35 minutes. That's an hour and a half flight, and we'll be picking up some speed on the way down. Autopilot's doing okay, not the greatest, but hey, I'm happy to have it. Very happy to have it. So I put the front camera on, but there's really nothing to see. If you can see out this camera, it's just haze and low overcast. To the left is some snow-capped mountains near Yosemite, out in that direction. Using the heading bug to keep us on course here, 144 to 148. I think we have a pretty big tailwind. If I can get this 530, so indicated altitude, we're going to say 21,000.
Contact NorCal approach on
and then calibrated airspeed is only 140 because we're so high. And a barometer 299.2. And the temperature outside 2 Celsius.
622, right.
So our true airspeed at this altitude, 210, is 203 knots. Right now the wind is 300, so we got a good tailwind at 34 knots. And what are we showing across the screen here? Here's the Garmin pilot. It's 237 knots. And also, if you look at the Garmin 530, 237, it is also confirmed. We're burning fuel properly. EGTs are great. Manifold pressure is good. And here we're at 21,000 feet. So plane's doing well. So the good news is full manifold pressure at 21,000, full RPMs, full fuel flow. This is running great. All the temperatures are great. The EGTs are good.
SkyWest 3583, 6,000 to 10,000. Sky 3583, open center, climb maintain, file level 23.
And we're just sitting here riding along.
230, SkyWest 3583.
In 50 minutes to Van Nuys. And we'll turn the cameras back on when we're about half an hour out.
So the audio on this camera was having problems, and so I didn't have any backup audio to splice into it, so I'm just going to narrate part of this because it's an important part of the approach. Controller called and said, can you accept an arrival into Van Nuys? I said, sure. So he said, okay, let me know when you're ready to copy. So I'm writing it down. What I got was the Weasel 1, Whiskey Echo Echo Sierra Lima. Here is the approach plate. The big red arrow shows Weasel, and the left arrow shows the direction of flight from where we were coming in from. Weasel 1 into Van Nuys and maintain flight level 210. So here I am punching in the Garmin 530, and I pulled up the Weasel 1 chart on my Garmin pilot so I could see what it was all about, because I've never flown the arrival into Van Nuys IFR before. So I'm looking at the chart, and it is as follows. So part of the revised route was fly direct to Weasel and then the Weasel 1 arrival. So you see me punching in Weasel into the 530 as a waypoint to fly direct to. So we changed that, and the course was almost exactly what I was already on. So there I am in the Garmin pilot, looking through the charts, looking for Weasel. Where's Weasel? I've been called a Weasel many times, but not by a controller in the air, especially from the center. So there it is. I got the chart up and I'm reading it. And what does it say? Landing Burbank or Van Nuys? from Weasel on track to 150 to Grit, Grit, and then on track 145 degrees to cross Swim, SWIIM, at 9,000. Then on track at 144 degrees to cross Lynx, LYNXX, at 9,000. Then on track 192. And then expect radar vectors to final approach course. So I'm going through the Garmin 530 and having to put in every waypoint because the Garmin G600, G500, you can put in the approach and it will, the arrival or the approach, and it will put in all the waypoints for you. But on the arrival, the G530 doesn't allow that, so you have to do them all by hand. So I put them all in. It's a pretty simple arrival. It's used for both Burbank and Van Nuys. So we put that in, and we were motoring to Weasel for the Weasel 1 arrival into Van Nuys.
So let's see how the replay on the audio panel works. So she told me that I was not tracking to Weasel, but I'm showing myself right on it. Let's hear the conversations here.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, direct Weasel if you're not already doing that.
So I told her I was direct Weasel.
Looks like you might just be a little bit west of course. Turn about 10 degrees to the left, and that should be Weasel.
So I told her that I was showing my track on, right on for Weasel. I think we have a tailwind, crossing wind it's showing it.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so she said sounds good. So that's what we're doing. And I got the cameras back on. We're going to see how good the batteries are. I charged them all up yesterday, and we got 28 minutes. We've been in the air 59. We got 28 to destination. We're going to do a little bit of this and that. I don't think we can get the ATIS yet. So the plane's flying nice. It's performing well. It's truing out at this altitude. Let's see if we can get some other density winds. Let's see the true airspeed here. We don't get the G600. We have to do it the old-fashioned way. 210 right, and we are calibrated. Airspeed's 145 now, and 2992 on about 2 knots. Our course is 143 actually, a couple degrees off, and so we are showing a true airspeed of 208 knots. Have a wind 351, almost right behind us. 351 or 352 at 35 with a 32 knot tail. So 32 knot tailwind, we like that.
Afternoon LA, Gamma Jet 854, level 240, 135 on the heading.
Gamma Jet 854, descend and maintain flight level 190.
You have a Golden Eagle. I don't care
190, 854.
B model, C model. You're able to fly at flight levels 210. And we haven't heard any traffic because we're in between the smaller guys are below us, the bigger guys are above us. We're like cutting that center piece that we own. So the autopilot works in a pinch if you pinch it hard enough.
Gamma Jet 854, leaving flight level 200, direct Weasel.
Okay, upon leaving 200, direct Weasel 854.
Oh, another Weasel. They must like saying that every day. Weasel, Weasel, Weasel. So no need to switch tanks, even though we have full tanks on the auxiliaries. Based on prior experience, everything's working. Just don't touch it. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's all working just fine. Just fine. How long to Weasel? 13 minutes. We're going to get lower here pretty soon.
Gamma Jet 854, continue descent, descend and maintain 14,000. The Bakersfield altimeter is 3016. Need to start you down a little bit early today for some other traffic.
Okay, 14,000, 3016 on the meter, and we're coming up on 200, so going direct Weasel.
Okay, sounds good, thank you. November 6 Whiskey Mike, have some spacing requirements into Van Nuys, so turn left by heading of 075. It's going to be a vector for spacing, and you can expect back to Weasel here in a minute.
075 for 6 Whiskey Mike. What, the Gamma Jet gets priority?
Yep, it's a little bit faster, actually about 100 knots faster.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just kidding. 075 is 6 Whiskey Mike. All right. We got put to the side for Gamma Jet. At least she thinks she knows I'm paying attention. 075 is in the opposite direction. I don't think he'll show up on the radar. That might be him now at 2100 below us. Yeah, that's him below us. All right, he looks like he's below us now. We should be able to get direct to Weasel. So I'm going to keep centering the needle to Weasel so when she calls, I can just whip it over.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, direct Weasel.
We're turning for Weasel now, 6 Whiskey Mike, thanks. Here we go, Weasel. This autopilot does pretty crisp turns.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, descend and maintain 15,000. The Bakersfield altimeter is 3016.
Okay, 3016 and 15,000 on the way down, 6 Whiskey Mike. All right, here we go, kids. See what kind of speed we can get here. We're showing 241 before the descent. So I haven't talked about the pressurization. Working excellent. We're getting full differential. We're showing 7,000 cabin altitude at 21,000 feet. I'm going to keep lowering it as we go. 262 on the ground speed. 6 minutes to Weasel. We got to at least break my 320 record of 284. So most of you know you keep the barometer 299 or 2 above the flight level, so everybody's on the same altimeter because there's no terrain below 18,000 in the lower 48 states.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, cross 5 miles north of Weasel at maintain 11,000.
Okay, 11,000 north of Weasel. Say once more the miles north of Weasel.
Sure, just 5 north of Weasel at 11,000 for 6 Whiskey Mike.
Okay, 5 north of Weasel at 11,000. All right, that's all right. Time to do some math. That's 15 miles. Heck, we're going 4 miles a minute. We'll be there in 3 minutes. Lose 3,000 feet. We got to push the. We got about 1,200 feet a minute. That's off the top of my head. All right, we're moving it down. So we got 3 minutes, 3,000 feet. We're going to have to go down fast. We got to go down faster. 275 on the ground speed. So that's like 4.5 miles a minute. And we got to go in 3 minutes. We got to drop 6,000 feet. We need 2,000 feet a minute. We're not going to do it. We're not going to get it. But we're going to try.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, contact LA Center on 125.8. Have a good day.
25.8 for the center. 6 Whiskey Mike. Thanks, Anselm. Center, good afternoon, Gold Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike. Checking on expediting descent out of 14,800 across 5 north at 11,000.
6 Whiskey Mike, Los Angeles Center, Burbank altimeter 3003 and 5 north of what 6?
5 north of Weasel, but can you give us a little bit higher, 5 north, because we're going pretty fast.
What's wrong with that?
5 Whiskey Mike, yeah, I'll give you a little bit of relief there, but yeah, it's good right down to 11,000.
Okay, we're expediting down to 11,000, 6 Whiskey Mike. So we're almost 5 north, and we're at 13,000. Couldn't get down to 11. Don't feel like making us 360. I let him know. He said to give us some relief just to get down there as quick as you can. We're doing 2,000 feet a minute. There's our 5 at 12.8. And 6 Whiskey Mike, 11,000.
There's 6 Whiskey Mike, roger.
All right, now we're going to grit. Got to go left just a little bit.
1111 Sierra, Los Angeles Center, Burbank altimeter 3003.
Can I get the ATIS in between?
Wind calm.
Wind calm.
Visibility 10.
A little bit of a left turn shift to go to swim. Swim, whatever. Oh, I think one camera just shut off, and it was the over-the-shoulder camera. So much for the battery on that one. What are you going to do? So we're going to keep...
Over 1111 Sierra contact.
We'll keep the other cameras going, of course.
Center 127.1. November 6 Whiskey Mike, center maintain 9,000.
6 Whiskey Mike, 9,000. And 6 Whiskey Mike, we have echo with Van Nuys.
6 Whiskey Mike, roger.
To links, we're about to go 145 now to links. 145, track, check. Okay, we're good. Couple of adjustments there.
November 76.
We're going down to 9,000.
Approach 118.8. November 6 Whiskey Mike, contact SoCal approach 120.4.
120.4, 6 Whiskey Mike, thanks, so long. Approach 6 Whiskey Mike, checking in, level 9,000, echo for Van Nuys.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, SoCal approach, Burbank altimeter 3004, turn right heading 230, vectors for traffic, descend and maintain 6,000.
230 on the heading, 6,000 on the altitude, 6 Whiskey Mike.
Whiskey Mike, expect ILS Zulu 16 right.
16 right, expect the ILS, 6 Whiskey Mike.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, turn left heading 050, descend and maintain 5,000.
Okay, 05 on the heading, and you want left or right turn for 050?
Left turn, please.
Left turn 050 and down to 5,000, 6 Whiskey Mike.
Exact 244.
All right, we briefed the plate earlier. 111.3, flip it. We're going to go CDI inbound 160. The big turn, that was like 190 degree turn to 050 and 5,000, so 5 and 5.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, 2 miles from Chenot, turn right heading 130, maintain 5,000 until established on the localizer, good ILS Zulu, runway 16 right approach.
Okay, we're clear for the approach, 16 right and 130 and 5,000 until established, 6 Whiskey Mike.
6 right 107, turn left heading 160, vectors for a visual approach. November 6 Whiskey Mike, contact Van Nuys Tower 119.3.
19.3 for the tower, 6 Whiskey Mike, thanks, so long. Tower, good afternoon, Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, checking on with you on the ILS Airport Insight.
Golden Eagle 6 Whiskey Mike, Van Nuys Tower, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Clear land, 16 right, 6 Whiskey Mike, thanks.
30 Sierra Lima, enter left base, runway 16 right, number 2, following twin Cessna 3 mile final.
That's us.
Roger, Andrew, left
all right,
base,
gas check, waiting
right,
for the gear speed. No speed brakes on this bird. So I'm going to pull the nose up to get the gear speed. Gear coming down.
30 Sierra Lima traffic, you're following straight ahead, you have them in sight.
1, 2, 3, mixture is up, full flaps. Cross where we want them. All right, so gas.
Bonanza 30 Sierra Lima traffic, you're following is low and to your left, do you have them in sight?
Negative, contact 0 Sierra Lima, looking.
I don't see him. All right, we're back to the runway. We're 4 whites, a little high on the Vazzy package.
Are they going to 16 right or left?
Bonanza 0 Sierra Lima, he's also landing runway 16 right.
Roger, I'll slow and turn 0 Sierra Lima.
Bonanza 0 Sierra Lima, spacing adequate, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 16 right, 0 Sierra Lima.
All right, there's 2 red, 2 white.
Van Nuys Tower, Golden Gate 626, inbound on the ILS for 16 right.
Golden Gate 626, Van Nuys Tower, roger, number 2, follow Bonanza, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Hour and 34.
Follow Bonanza, Golden Gate 626, clear to land, 16 right.
November 6 Whiskey Mike, turn right or left at high speed November Mike, contact ground 0.7.
0.7 off the runway, 6 Whiskey Mike. This is called a high speed because of the angle. We're on 6 Whiskey Mike, clearing off the right, looking for signature west.
6 Whiskey Mike, Van Nuys ground, that would be just across from you. Taxi there by Alpha.
Thanks for riding along to Van Nuys, California.
I am the beginning, the end, the one who is many.
That's all, folks.